Hi everyone, V here, and welcome back to Wani Gator. And let's get back to the barbecue party because we stopped like halfway through, but it's mostly because we hit the timer for the episode, and it felt like it was a good transition. We left the party from the outside, we went inside the house to, if I remember correct, coax Olivia out with us, or at least to offer some food, if I remember correct. Let's see how this will turn out for us. There's a coffee table in the living room. That's as good a place as any. And the kitchen's right there. I'll just rinse my hands off a bit. Alright, yeah, because we were eating with our hands. That's why I prefer. Okay, matter of preferences is different. I just do not like to eat with my hands. Making liberal use of the dish soap, I start scrubbing my hands thoroughly. While I feel the stickiness start to unstick itself, I look out the window. Damien's parents seem to be focused on Vinny, but Damien is still shooting looks to the left. The hyperactive hybrid shoots up from his seat, disappearing from view. Wonder where he... Okay. Sounds of a happy kid. Okay, so I think he... Yep, right to the pool. Dang, clothes still on and all. It was serious about washing hands in the pool. Man, I could have gone for a dip myself. The AC in here makes a huge difference. It must be 90 degrees out today. It's 104 as we are recording this right now, outside my window. It's not nice. There's plenty of sodas. I'm not in danger of dehydration at least. But geez, I'm only noticing just how warm I still am from stepping inside. I'm surprised there's no steam rising from me. Looks a little red too. Good thing I didn't bring any sunscreen. Yeah, with a chrome dome like this, you might want to keep remembering this stuff. Crap. It's not that bad yet. Maybe the place has some sunscreen around. Nah, the reptiles, they wouldn't have any. I mean, if I remember correct, Reed got some sunburn during our fishing trip, so maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to deal with it. My knuckles start hurting from being wrung so much. The smell isn't gone yet, though. Anyway, should be clean enough to... Hello there. Both of us are frozen still, locked in a staring contest. The steak shoved in her mouth, she stares like a deer caught in the headlights. Oh, you sneaky little thief. She spits the steak back on the plate in her lap and grips the insides of her sleeves. Oh. No, you know what? You can have this one. It takes me a moment to collect myself to muster up some conversation. Yeah, your delivery came in. You want soda with that? The joke goes unlaughed at. I tried. May as well. Okay. Need to get to the fridge. Oh, sorry? I step to the side to give Olivia enough space. She rolls herself over to the fridge, opens it up, and rummages through. We exchange a few awkward glances to the point that it's palpable in the air. So, what are you doing? Getting a soda? The kid's taking your spot in the swimming pool. That's fine. I'm just gonna go crash in my room. When there's still a party going on outside? I'm busy with art stuff. Stuffing the soda can in her coat pocket, Olivia redirects herself and, with a flick of her tail, closes the fridge shut. But what about the party? What about it? It's still going on. And, look, I've got stuff to work on. Even though it's a holiday, it seems like the perfect time to get together with friends and family, and I'm not the family, if you haven't noticed. And I'm not going to be here for much longer. Okay. Why? But I feel like I shouldn't cry. That's a new look from her. Yeah, she looks incredibly sad. Was it because of what I said? Olivia? What? There's a couple different things dancing atop my tongue that I wish to say. Some would be too intrusive, especially after what she just said. One, however, sticks out the most, especially after she had brought up working on it. And I genuinely want to see Olivia's process. Would you, buy some company? What? Seems pretty empty in a house to be by your lonesome, so maybe it'd be nice to hang out. Plus, I've been wanting to see your art for a while. Especially as I recall her freshman piece that's displayed right next to the principal's office. I'll even show you some of my stuff. I have my portfolio drive in my backpack after all. I have to hold back my laugh as a silly, strangled noise of surprised confusion escapes her mouth. Is that an okay then? No, it's just... I don't want anyone else in my room. Then how about the living room? I motion at the well-loved couch nearby. She hums in thought for a moment. Are you really that interested? Yes! I've been wanting to see your work ever since I found out that the cityscape piece in the gala was yours. Olivia clutches her hands together tightly. Like, that expression is, for one side, surprised, but it feels like, are you really into my shit? Because if you are, I will show you. Yeah, but it's hidden under the gruff exterior. Okay, fine, fine. If you're so interested, you can watch. She wheels herself back towards the shut door. Need to get my stuff set up first, though. Sure, I'll be here, on the couch. I kind of feel bad for missing out on the party too, but I doubt I'll ever get another chance like this. Olivia returns with a small easel already set up with half-finished painting. She takes a moment to shift herself from her wheelchair to the end of the couch right next to me. She's pretty close to me. I can feel her thigh barely brush against mine, but I'll try to pay it no mind. The painting looks like a bust of a nondescript dino guy. Although with how vibrant these guys are, it could easily be a portrait of someone specific. This isn't that good. She rips the page off and crumples it in her hands. Starting over then. Don't interrupt. She takes a deep breath. The paintbrush nears the canvas slowly and gracefully, although it's clear her nerves are getting to her. Okay... Wait. Olivia looks down for a moment before she jerks her head back up, her face gaining a reddish hue. Okay, that's adorable as hell. Dude, why do you scoot so close to me? I... didn't? You're the one who sat next to me. Well, that's a fair point. Oh. She looks away for a moment, realizing how over the top her reaction was. Olivia then does a double take at me, her brows furrowing. What's wrong with your skin? I was born like this. Shut up, that's not... You know what? Yes, it is. But I mean, it's red. Oh, we're getting a sunburn. Oh, yeah, I think I'm sunburned. As I look over the red splotch on my arm, Olivia raises a hand and touches it. Ow! Why? Geez, that really hurts? Yeah, it does. I didn't think to get sunscreen on the way over. There wouldn't happen to be any here, right? No, I guess that was a dumb question. Point taken. But there's some of those spiky plants outside. Aloe something, I think. Just snap a leaf off. Mrs. Payne won't care. Probably. I think I've heard something about that plant before, yeah. Alright, guess I'll give it a shot. I get up and head back out the front door. Lo and behold, there were in fact a number of those spiky plants around. I walk up to the nearest one and carefully grab the leaf in a spot with dual spikes. It bends and snaps off pretty easily. Man, this looks about good enough to eat, but it probably tastes awful. It doesn't taste awful. To be honest, this doesn't taste like anything at all. It's like a nondescript gel. At least the inside part. I'm not quite sure about the outside. Is it really good for curing sunburned skin? You have no idea. Back inside, Olivia started painting again. She gazes intently at the page. And the plate of food I had brought in had been cleaned. Olivia holds one last rib in her mouth like a cigarette, waggles up and down between her teeth. That's actually a cute mental image. When she sees me, she crunches the bone in two and swallows the last of it whole. That's a less cute mental image. I bring up the aloe leaf. This it? She nods and extends a hand to grab it. I hand her the thick leaf and she extends a single claw. Once she catches the edge of the skin, she makes a quick work peeling the husk off. You do that often? Not me. Sophie uses it a lot to make smoothies for the family and healing salves for Vinny. They're real pretty too. Olivia blinks, puffs, and grimaces. To, paint, I mean. Yeah, of course. Keep your more sensitive side inside. Natural homemade healing recipe, huh? I'm gonna have to ask for that later. It'd come in handy down the line. I move to remove my jacket so the aloe can be applied properly. But I don't get far before I notice Olivia's face turning a darker shade again. No! No need to remove your jacket. Just roll up your sleeves and put the jelly on your neck. She hands me now exposed aloe jelly, all the while doing her best not to lock eyes with me. After rolling up my sleeves, I scoop out a dollop of the opaque substance. The feeling of relief hits me the moment I spread it across my neck. Man, this feels good. Yes, it does. I start applying more to my nose, cheeks, and most importantly, the top of my head. As I do, I watch Olivia continue her painting, taking extra attention to her brush strokes. The way she moves it down the canvas with such smoothness and gentleness shows her level of concentration. Not too rushed, but also not that overly focused on the art either. Using the last of the aloe to cover my arms, I'm fully covered in the rudimentary remedy. I took a second to throw the husks away in the kitchen trash, catching a glimpse of the party outside. Everyone looks like they're having a good time out there. Except for Mrs. Sophia, who's currently trying to tease a very sewed Vinny with a towel. The joys of motherhood, I guess. Back on the couch, Olivia's painting is starting to take a more defined shape. Unlike the cityscape piece, however, it looks more organic. She continues to paint in silence, occasionally doing a quick glance at me to see if I'm still watching. I don't want to poke at Olivia for no real reason, but this might just be my only chance to ask. Hey, Olivia. Your family, the Paints. They seem like a lively bunch. What's that supposed to mean? Like, I knew Damien was eccentric, but I can see he gets it from the rest of your family. First of all, the Paints are my godparents. Secondly, yeah, they are. So, how long have you known them for? Olivia pauses for a moment mid-brushstroke, but then continues. Practically my whole life. Damien and I have known each other since we were carpet rocks. And his parents have known my dad since, well, forever. Since before we were even neighbors. Friends of the family. Pretty much. All the reason why I'm living with them. Her muzzle clamps shut. Aw. Forget what I just said. The words were spoken with a tone tinged bitter with something. A tone I felt very familiar with whenever my own family is brought up. Sure. The growing up without seeing your parents, that has to suck. The only sounds left now are her brush strokes on the canvas. My focus turns back to the patch of the blotchy red and pale acrylic oil slowly forming across the wide expanse. Occasionally, Olivia's grey eyes would glance my way before going back to her work. Compared to the more rapid pace of time-lapse odd videos I had viewed, she was more deliberate with each of her movements. Nah, really? Come on. Really, dude? Are you basing your entire experience with everything off of the stuff that you watched on YouTube? Or whatever the equivalent here is called? Pretty obvious since most of those were done digitally, another thing I'd not considered. Still, staring at the painting in progress itself, there's something uncanny about it. It's now more formed, definitely looking like something. Cupping my chin with one hand in contemplation, I use the other to try and trace out the peachy pale and vibrant red colors. Olivia looks back to me again, and a glint of something shines through her eyes. Hold that pose now. Hey! How long have you been using me as a layman doll? Her hand fails to cover up the snow that comes from her nose, followed by a gremlin-like cackle. I don't think I can laugh like a gremlin, but I might as well try. Consider it the price to see my process. I want a refund. Nope. Looking again, it's slowly becoming an oil bust of my burnt face. Like looking in a mirror, eh? Can't you at least get my good angle? Nope. Heading back to the mural du melanoma, Olivia starts adding in a blotch of green by my head. A sigh escapes my lips. Hey, I said stay still. Why? And I'm not that red. Another high-pitched giggle comes out of Olivia. It's called artistic license. Well, it needs to be renewed. Despite being the butt of her joke, I feel myself smiling. Must be the new sounds from her. It's the first time I think I've ever seen her happy outside of Yanakan's class. And yeah, that laugh of hers is kind of infectious. The silence returns though, the mood feels much lighter now. I feel so stiff right now. I don't know how long I've been holding this pose now. If I had to guess from the sunlight filtering into the house, it's at least been an hour. Mural du Melanoma was almost done, and it was staring back at me with the most intense eyes. Olivia's attention was left on one final detail, the hand holding my chin. And thankfully she'd finished the sunglasses first because the reflected light from the sliding back door had been searing my retina. Olivia, hush! She turns her head and focuses entirely on the hand held by my ear. Pupils moving rapidly to try and take in every last detail. Her fingers twitch as her hand hovers over the painted hand. Her eyes are now shifting between my hand and my eyes. Her hand is now quaking and growing redness suffuse her face. The more she looks toward my eyes, the more her arm shakes and face brightens. Finally, she turns away from me entirely, bringing both of her arms with her and away from me and the canvas. Okay. Okay? Her cheeks puff out as she exhales her held breath. Okay. This actually looks pretty nice, you know? This looks pretty darn nice. Though I had no idea we would have a sunburn like this. Holy crap, this looks kind of painful, you could say. Finally, she turns her cherry red face to the canvas and expects the near complete portrait. I'll come back to this later. Okay. Can I? Yeah, you can drop your hand now. Finally. I lay back on a couch, feeling my spinal cord pop in rapid succession. Very pleasant feeling, actually. I said your hand. Can't. I attempt to stretch my arm in front of me. And because of my stiffened muscles, my forearm is pulled back toward my face. I repeat the motion several times, the movement helping to ease the muscle until finally my arm doesn't feel spring-loaded. While I was busy trying to fix my arm, Olivia was packing up the canvas. That's about it. You can go join the others, or whatever. She drags the canvas, easel, and acrylic tubes back to her room. I wonder if she'll keep that one. And I wonder if she'll stay in her room again. We've been inside for a while. I don't think anyone outside has noticed we've been gone. Vinny and Damien seem to accept that Olivia would stay inside. But... wait. I caught her a bit off guard. Oh... okay. Invite Olivia to join you back outside. Convince Olivia why her family needs her out there. Oh, this is nice. But in all honesty, I think the first option, the invitation, is better. Convincing is... it kind of feels almost like trying to make someone feel guilty about not being around. Like, I don't know how to properly dress my thoughts into words, but it's basically like, come on, you should be out there, they are doing so much for you, something like that. At least that's how I imagined this would go. And I believe that inviting is better in this case, because in this case you make someone feel welcome. Look, come on with me, we like you, we want you around, please spend some time with us. At least that's how I imagine this scenario going. Because yeah, like I said, over here, it could spring a feeling of guilt, but invitation makes someone feel welcome, and that's exactly what I'm going with. Let's invite. If I'm going outside, it would be rude of me to leave without saying bye at least. She looks at me quizzically. Sure? But I think I'll try staying until the end. This has probably been the best day I've had since I moved here. And my first real friends in a long while. I'm glad to have been invited. She's not leaving, but she's scanning me suspiciously. Dave's been a great friend, and his folks have been really nice to me. Better than my own parents, even. Ouch. You're lucky to have them, I think. I guess? Good for you. Have fun with that. I really need to. I think you should come along. She freezes. What? Her eyes widen and some of the color leaves her face. No, I can't. It's not exactly the reaction that I was expecting when I went with the choice, but just like Snoot game, no backsies, I'm going with the consequences of my choices, so why not? Mr. and Mrs. Payne. They already have Vincent and Damien to worry about, and right now they're hosting all the other guests. They got plenty to deal with already. I'm not worth the accommodations. Just leave it, let them be normal. Even then, it's like I said, I don't have much time left. That's a little overly harsh. And I'm actually curious about the not much time left. I hope it's not some sort of sickness or something like that. And it was every argument she had. They're the kind of arguments that come from desperation and guilt to convince herself is for her own good. That's a very good point. Maybe it's a little presumptuous, but that's at least the sort of thoughts I've had reading notes from my parents allotting me resources like I'm just an anthropomorphized mouse. Okay, that was a mouthful. Certainly doesn't seem like I'm worth it to them sometimes. You know what? Right now when I'm comparing Anon's parents to Inko's parents, I don't know if I already mentioned it, but with Anon's parents, at least you know what you're standing on. They don't exactly give a fuck about you, and you learn to accept that they give you the bare minimum. But with Inko's parents, I mean, they are working hard, they are trying to provide for you, but they are not there most of the time, and you are not sure if they care or not, but most of all it gives the impression that you owe them. And that's even worse, to be honest. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. But they're godparents, right? They're helping your fault, yeah, but they chose to have you here. Because they want to let you be normal. I mean, not the best choice of words, but that doesn't a normal part of their family, I mean. That's better. I don't think they'd have you here if they didn't want that. Oh, please, go on and tell me more about my own family. Her voice is sardonic. She's not making eye contact anymore, but she's listening intently. This is all stuff she's known already. But you're absolutely right about one thing. You don't have much time left. Neither do I, honestly, even if it's mostly because of moving. You know what they say about rolling stones gathering no moss? In a way, we're in the same boat. Okay. Give it a shot. There's some perfectly good moss right out there. I actually love that analogy. Okay. I'll try it with you. That analogy was pretty dumb, but you're right. Excuse you, that analogy was pretty good. Okay. The back door squeaks back open. Even with sunglasses, I wince at the sudden brightness. I take a step out and stretch my back, working out the last bit of stiffness from my shoulders. Olivia still waits at the threshold of the door. What are you waiting for, a curtain call? With a grin, I draw the sliding door even wider and with a beckoning wave attempt to usher Olivia out as if I were her personal attendant. Cut that out, don't make it weird. Despite her words, her tone is more humored than annoyed with me. Relax, nobody was even looking. But it looks like there's definitely no more food left. About right. As Olivia rolls down on the small wooden ramp I had noticed, we catch Damien on the bottom step. Olivia? At the table, heads turned towards us, look of surprise etched on the faces of most of them. Instead of answering him verbally, Olivia's hand comes up in a nervous wave. The rest of the party resumes their prior discussions, although maybe a bit livelier than before. Hey, cool to see you out here again. Hey, Damien, why are you all the way over here for? I can't stand to be by Liz's uncle when he's eating. He's got those fibrous teeth. Ew. Oh, you mean like a fish bin? Oh my god, I'm trying to imagine how that would look like. Gross. Like blue whales have? Yeah, freaks me out. This dentist must make a fortune. Ha, yeah. Hey, Olivia, what are you doing back out here? You forgot something? No, I just thought it'd be good to enjoy the weather while it lasts. And he's fogging again. Damien perks up with his frills undulating. No, Damien, stop that. Olivia quivers as Damien's grins grows wider and frills start moving faster. Ew, stop it. Even I'm getting unnerved by how those things move. I think it's a natural response. Damien! Sorry, you know these things got a mind of their own. Finally, those weird flaps still. Dude, you were just complaining about Mr. Ferris and his teeth. At least he can keep his mouth shut. Hey, I could always wear a beanie. No, you can't. Remember the last time you tried? Both Damien and Olivia share a laugh over some event they're privy to. When they finish, Damien asks the million-dollar question. So, are you going to join in or? She turns her head my way and I give her a supportive thumbs up. Yeah. Damien finally stands on the step and we all start heading for the table. Each partygoer greets us when we approach. The loudest from Livy! Hey. You finally came to play again! Oh my god, he's freaking adorable. I already said that, but... And with a chain around his neck. Just freaking great. The rambunctious boy hoots and hollers as he bounces in circles around her. Olivia huddles her arms and looks aside in my direction, feeling the stares from the table. I give her a reassuring thumbs up. Actually, this is perfect. Thank you, Vinny. This is something Olivia's able to give when she was so worried about just taking. I hope she goes for it. I'm a little tired, Vinny. What? No, come on, Olivia. You promised we'd play today. Like old times. Please? Oh, the puppy dog eyes. Oh. Alright, you win. I did promise. You wanna play cannon then? Yeah, cannon! Alright then, ready? Round loaded! Fire! Holy shit, did she just yeet him across the yard into the pool? Oh god, this was a bad idea. Okay. So you have one happy kid. Oh, that's definitely a whistle. Randy! Oh, relax, Vinny's still young. Michael! Vinny, be careful! I'm okay, Mom. Wow, have you gotten stronger, Olivia? No, shut up. Anyway, Can we do it again, Livy? Olivia smiles and pats his head. It's weird saying it, but as she readies Vincent for another lunch, the Gator girl has a bright, toothy smile I never thought she had. Mr. Payne? Okay, happy kid noises. Alright, I get it. Vincent! Yeah, Dad? No more cannon today. Olivia and Vincent share a disappointed look. I don't know who's more pissed off about it. No, there's a lot more things you two can do. Vincent perks up and immediately rushes off. Oh, I know. Olivia turns back to the rest of the group with an uneasy smile. Mrs. Payne steps forward, her hands held up and wavering. Olivia? Hi, Auntie. Miss Payne and her husband approach, both with nervous smiles. When she speaks, it's with certain restraint, holding her excitement back. As they're worried if it shout too much, she'll change her mind and go back in. I didn't miss much, right? I'm so glad you came out, dear. Ah. The other woman kneels in front of her and wraps her arms around Olivia. Hey, it's been too long, little Ace. Randy's hand ruffles her hair while his other arm also encircles both Olivia and Sophia, and while Olivia does her best to avoid his palm. I can see the tiny smile on her face. See, what did I tell you about feeling welcome? Time seemed to pick up speed after Olivia had come out. Damien and his father returned to the grill, managing to prep and cook a final serving of meaty goodness for an early dinner. I decided I could go for seconds and get a few scraps of this and that. I nearly drop my food when I get a rough pat on the shoulder from behind. It's Mr. Payne. He looks down at me with a thankful smile. Mrs. Payne and Mr. Ferris had continued their conversation until Mr. Ferris' throat ran dry. And the rest of us had to contain the hyperactive child with an armory of foam dart guns. I felt bad for Liz. She'd become a one-woman shooting gallery for the boy. And Olivia. And me. And Damien, but at least he looked apologetic about it. Of course. But now things are winding down. The food is officially all gone. Everyone is exhausted physically and mentally. And yet, thoroughly satisfied emotionally. Olivia passed by me, having returned to the pool to cool down and stretch out. Oh, wow. Lovely. That is a lovely look. There was just one last thing to really cap this off. Okay, everyone. Aw, that's adorable. Wait, one moment. Okay, Mr. Paris is really tall. Vinny, of course, trying to look gangsta. I love how in every single shot, Liz's neck just disappears off the screen and then reappears a little bit further. It's just freaking adorable. I hollered to everyone currently on the deck, grouped up nicely for me. Looking through the viewfinder of my propped up camera, I adjust the focus to ensure everyone is captured perfectly in the shot. Alright, on 3, give me your biggest smiles. 1. Wait! Olivia turns away from the camera, looking toward Damien. With a grin, Damien waves for me. Dude, you gotta be in this too. There's nods and words of agreement from everyone. Well, it's been a while since I used this mode, so why not? Setting the time delay along with the sports mode, I'm sure with 10 rapid success and succession shots, at least one of them will be perfect. I am really sorry. And I can always do some post-production on it too. Ensuring that the focus is still fine, I click the shutter button and keep the count in mind. 30, 29, 28. By 13, I settle myself next to Damien and above Olivia. Alright, 9, 8, 7... What? I feel something wrap around my ankle and press against my back on 4. 3, 2, 1... Oh. Great, thanks. Really, thank you. My camera flasher goes off 10 times as I'm pushed over by Damien and pulled into the pool by Olivia. You guys are the worst, really. September 25th. It's been nearly a full month and things are starting to feel natural in school now. Well, at least compared to my old schools, except now I've actually made some good friends. I'm pretty sure we're good friends anyways. I don't really know how to measure friendship. Outside of that party a few days ago, I haven't hung out with any of them outside of school. If friends just hung out at school and good friends did stuff outside of school, where does that put us? Well, it's still early in the school year. I'll figure out the friendship conversion rate at some point. And it's not like I'm rushing either. Shades! Focus! Leaving my current thoughts, I realize I have been in the middle of climbing a rock wall in the gymnasium. Oh, really? I mean, from one side impressive, I never seen a gym class with a climbing rock wall. That's pretty cool. Huh. Why was I spacing out again? Wait, what? Oh, right. Oh, right. All the blood rushing to my head. Oh. Alright. Peel yourself off my majestic gym floor and hit the showers. As much as I like Coach Sully, like I said, doing his voice really hurts my throat. Phew! Made it just in time. I take my seat right next to Olivia and I let myself relax for a second. Olivia is, as usual, doodling away on her notebook. I take a quick peek at her new work, curious to see who she's trying to turn into a caricature today. Instead, the page is filled with various scribbles of what looks to be a rat. The only piece of shading for its fur is just on its head, save for a white spot around its right eye. Looks like the same one she doodled on a note we passed around in history class. The mural shows it in various poses and scenarios, some basic and some pretty creative. There's even one wearing a cape and wielding a ridiculously giant sewing needle like a sword. These rat doodles of yours are pretty cute. And that sounds like it was kind from an anime, not sure which, that's a little bit too vague of a description. Thanks. Actually, that reminds me, look who else I drew over the weekend. She flips a couple pages of her sketchbook and holds it up for me to see. Much to my surprise, it's none other than Mia. Olivia decided to draw her as what I can only describe in the most flattering of ways as a druggy harlot. Oh, lovely. Her clothes are even more ripped than her usual attire. Her jacket is filled with all kinds of unflattering patches, and her hair is styled into a gaudy mohawk that only detracts slightly from her face full of piercings and rings. Holy shit, that's a lot of effort for someone you don't like. In fact, she has a couple of rings piercing her eyelids to the point that I think it would be impossible to keep her eyes open from their weight. And that's not even getting into all the tattoos that Olivia had drawn on Mia's face. I can't help but let out a snicker at the sight. You like? She's sporting a smug grin as she looks my way. I mean, it's funny, but how can she even breathe with all those nose rings? Doesn't it that she is full of hot air already? The girl chuckles at her own joke. I bet if we saw it, steam would blow out of her ears. Okay, I'm guessing that's either a raspberry or a suppressed chuckle. Yeah, she'd stomp around uselessly and then do nothing else. Seems like you have a pretty good idea on how she works. She's just predictable, it's not rocket science. We're interrupted by a pair of students. I recognize them, though I only know one of their names. Yeah, Lunara. Yo, Inko, my Humi! Okay, I'm not sure if I prefer Humi. You know what, at this point I prefer Skinny. Fuck it. So I saw what you submitted for the contest, and I just love it. It was so good I just had to show it to my friend. Yeah, man, I just had to come see who made it when Lunara told me all about it. And when she told me, I was like, oh my god, I just knew when I saw you had the artistic spirit. Pretty damn fantastic, especially for a newbie. I'm a bit taken aback by her backhanded compliment. Still as a compliment, the first real one I've heard since coming to St. Hammond. About my art, I mean. Oh my gosh, I never introduced myself, did I? I'm Kiara. It's so nice to meet you. Yeah, likewise. Cool. Like, sorry for the pause, but this name immediately reminded me of Lion King. I mean, it's not that great of a piece. It's just something I had on hand. Last minute? Damn, you're selling yourself way too short there. Yeah, your work is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I'm thinking we should hang out sometime. Oh, you slut, stop trying to get into his pants. Oh shit, the bell's ringing soon. Okay, these are the words I definitely did not expect from Lunara. Already? Damn. Well, it was nice seeing you again, Inko. Keep up the great work. Be seeing you later. Yeah, be seeing you real soon, Inko. I can't help but smile at my new friends. No. Wave goodbye and depart. No, that's not how friendship works, you moron. I had a feeling of joy washing through my head as I replayed the words of the phrase repeatedly. In the corner of my eye, Olivia's smile reflects the overwhelming cheer I'm feeling. Though it seems to vanish the moment I look her way. Seems like you're becoming the talk of the school. I mean, I hope that I get some positive feedback about my work, but I didn't realize it would be that good. Olivia chews her lip in contemplation before turning to me. Senko, can I see your submission? Sure, give me a second. Luckily I'm prepared, as not only do I have my portfolio drive, but I finally set up a cloud drive for it. It's as simple as opening up the application on my phone and swiping to the exact digital copy presented to Olivia. Okay, less of a hassle, I guess. Ta-da! I consider it my magnum opus. Magnum opus, I finally got to say it. You keep a copy of it on your phone? I got my whole portfolio in cloud storage. I think it was good practice from a couple artist blocks. So, what do you think? Oh, Olivia squints at my phone as she does her best to formulate her opinion. It's, nice. The compost of it is really something. You mean composition? Yeah, that. You did great, Inko. Getting a compliment from Olivia for my work feels a bit alien to me. But maybe, just maybe, this was the start of something new. Yeah, I can almost feel it now. Incognito, ace photographer, capable of capturing masterpieces through a photo lens. Don't let it go to your head. Yeah, that has a nice ring to it. Olivia must see myself congratulates her grin because her own drops. Alright, you did good. Don't let it go to your head. When the grin remains, she forces it by elbowing me in the chest. Yeah, warned ya. That's going to leave a bruise. With that exchange behind us, Olivia and I get ready for class. As was the norm by now, Mr. Yadakan began class with some violent abuse of school property. Good morning, good morning. Now settle down, we got announcements to go over. I sit back in my seat, slightly feeling out a spot where Olivia smacked me to check. Yep, bruised. Sheesh. As the pale pterodon continued on reading from the announcement sheet like he did every day, I found myself lost in my own thoughts. Nothing else really happens that considered out of the ordinary. Things that are new, like the school itself, are finally starting to become mundane. Okay. Later at lunch, I'm rattling up my best stand-up to Olivia while Damien's out getting seconds. Liz had retreated to her usual space in the rafters. And then he says, "Oh, god damn!" Olivia's hand flies to her nose, trying and failing to contain the snort-filled laughter. It sets off a chain reaction as my own laughter spills over my mouthful of cheap school burger. Ah! God, you suck at comedy, Inko. Thanks. Really. Olivia drinks greedily from her canteen to alleviate her sore vocal cords. Is that why we're all out of breath? It was a pity laugh. Stick to photography. You got a better one? The mood is slow to settle, but once Olivia has caught her breath, she speaks with a snide smile. In fact, I do. So a Triceratops, a T-Rex, and a Rhinorex find a lamp. Her mouth flaps shut and eyes go wide. Olive. Ah, perfect. I was looking for you too. Oh, hello, little man. Olivia casts right down to her lunch, spearing her mystery meat roughly with a talon. Hey Ben, what's up? I figured I'd come by and congratulate you on your submission entry. This again? I mean, it is my best piece, but all the praise for it is still surprising. It's exhilarating, all these compliments and everything. Thanks, man. Hey, maybe I'll be the winner for the contest. You know what? I don't know if I'm getting praise because it's a really good picture, photo, or maybe it's because of the fact that I'm apparently the only human in the school, and I'm just getting a lot of praise, to fill the diversity quota, like Anon mentioned earlier in Snoot Game. I have no idea. What do you think, Olivia? The green Gator girl flinches. Ben shakes his head. Also, Olivia, great to catch you here. Principal Scalar wanted me to remind you that you need to clean up after yourself. Leaving messes in classes can disrupt students in other periods. Scalar said that. Why not tell Olivia herself? That's a very good point. She's busy and tired of reminding you. Olivia scoffs at the mention of our principal, yet keeps her mouth firmly closed. Must not be that important then. Inko, I just spent my entire second period cleaning up her mess because she's not taking anything seriously. I'm not supposed to be Scalar's errand boy, and I'm certainly not supposed to be a personal janitor. I'm left to frown at Olivia giving Ben the silent treatment. Was it wrong of me to think she'd be more open with everyone else like she is with me? Do you know how hard it is to scrub baking soda out from the carpet once it's dried? Quite a lot, I believe. Can you just try not to make other people's lives harder? Okay, thanks for... Yeah, Ben, what the hell? thanks for speaking in for me. I didn't mean that. Went too far, sorry. Olivia tries shooting me an indifferent gaze. It cracks a bit into embarrassment when I don't return it. Ben's comment is completely uncalled for. I can't just stand around if she's not even going to defend herself. Come on, Ben, leave her alone. My point being, Olivia, this is completely ridiculous. I expect better from you. Expect? How can you have expectations for her? Oh, no. Yeah, that came out that came a lot wrong. Well, I expect her to do the bare minimum and not waste my time. Oh. Ben, you are kind of a dick. Olivia doesn't even bother looking at Ben. Instead, she's looking at me with that sad face until she quietly wheels away from us. I think I went a little too far there. Man. He pinches his brow and sighs. I left standing here with the student council president. I wonder what I had done that earned me Olivia's ire just now. Maybe the part about how can you have any expectations of her or something like that. It didn't came out the way you thought it did. That bad? Mia really wanted me to have lunch with her today. She's definitely gonna give me an earful after school. I said, Mia's totally pegging him. He glances at his phone and grimaces at the notifications. Spoke too soon, she's giving me one now. Well, you should probably grab your lunch while there's still time. Ben glances up at one of the clocks in the lunchroom. There's only about 10 minutes of lunch left. Ah, you're right. But lines usually closed 5 minutes ago. His face hammers his palm in epiphany. Oh, use the vending machines out there. Anything good there? I've been enjoying the atomic hot taquitos recently. Okay. I mean, I appreciate this. Spicy food is good. But Damien tells me he's a bigger fan of bitter melon bites. Bitter melon it is. I don't think my tail could handle that amount of capsaicin. Ben gets up from his seat. Alright, I'll go check it out. Let's... Whoop. One of his feet gets caught on a stool and he stumbles headfirst right into Damien's tray, stacked high with mystery meat. Oh. He face plants right through the tray and onto the floor. On the right side, the mystery meat cushions his fall, of course. On the dark side, the mystery meat cushions his fall. Whoa, Ben, you alright? I jump from my seat and go help him up. Blah. Instinctively, I take a look around cafeteria. All eyes are on us. I already hear it starting. Various murmurs about the safety of the student council president, murmurs that start breaking into jeers. I know how this song and dance goes. It's over for Ben. He gets up and dusts off his blazer. Not exactly what I meant when I said meet and greet, Damien. Okay, that was a good bounce back. Oh, yeah, you're right, sorry. All of a sudden, the entire attitude of the cafeteria shifted before my eyes. The jeers were deflected to the general amusement that permeated throughout the room. One of the nearby students stands up and hands him a few napkins to wipe his face off. Hey, thanks. I mean, yeah, if you show signs of embarrassment, then it's over for you, but if you manage to bounce from it... Yeah, Ben is good at this. Ben is really good at this. How does he manage to stay composed while covered in school mystery meat? I'm both impressed and jealous. You okay? Thought you couldn't eat meat. Nah, even if I swallowed any, it'd take a lot more than that to really be an issue. I'll be fine. He's very concerned though. Even as he brushes off the lunchroom grime, Ben carries himself with dignity. If that had been me, this guy has some seriously quick wit. No, there's probably a little more to it than that. Man, I was looking forward to eating that. Damien, do you think only with your stomach? Come on. Why on earth did you even have that much meatloaf? I asked the cafeteria lady earlier this morning to let me have the leftovers. Although now it's gone a bit to waste. He eyes the remains on the floor. Some poor janitor is going to have to mop all that up. Maybe? Don't even think about it. No, floor meatloaf is not a good idea. The bell signaling our next class calls. The fist-fighting gang was seized on command, and everyone starts milling towards the exits. The cafeteria empties now that I can clearly see the bend-shaped meatloaf angel on the floor. There's a familiar rubbery and textured feeling on my fingertips. My instincts have kicked in, hands going for my camera to capture the moment. After which a sense of shame rolls over me. That I would even considering capturing something like this, especially when it's happening to my friend. Yeah, that's a good point. I get up from my seat with a heavy sigh and finally head for my next class. I hope Ben will have time to clean up before photography. He's got 5 minutes. And you know what? That's been like an hour and a little bit of change, I guess. And since we are on the transition screen between the lunch and the next period, I think it would be a good spot to wrap everything up. As like I said, I'm still trying to keep the episodes relatively consistent in length. So let's wrap everything up over here. Gonna save the stuff up over here. And time for me to finish the episode. So time for my usual line. That's all for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Have a great one.